From Opryland in Nashville, this is Ralph Emery with... My special guests this week on Pop Goes the Country are Miss Jody Miller. Somebody new, here's Geri Rochelle. And here to open our show, Marty Robbins.
Just Marley and me, baby makes three. Well, we're happy in my blue heaven. I turned to the right, and I turned on a light, and that leads you to my blue heaven. Well, you see her smiling face, a fireplace, a cozy room, a little nest that nestles where the roses bloom. Marty and me, baby makes three. We're happy in my wide blue heaven. We're happy in my blue heaven.
I want to welcome Marty Robbins back to our show. How you doing?
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here, Ralph. I've looked forward to this.
Now, later on in this show, we're going to talk about your new show, because you have a new show this season.
Yes, I'll be very glad to.
Called the Marty Robbins Spotlight.
Yes, and I'm very proud of it.
And you have a cute little piano, which I think we're going to show off on this show.
Yes.
Which is kind of special.
Yes.
Now, I noticed that you have scheduled a number of old songs. I assume these are the songs you used to sing in nightclubs down in Arizona.
Yes, I used to sing these songs, and I believe that they're the kind of songs that really all people like, whether they like country and western or whether they like pop, because they're very commercial songs, very pretty.
Is it accurate to say at one time you were a pop singer?
No, I had never been very popular.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
But I've had a lot of fun.
When you first came out of the Navy,
yeah.
Did you go right into nightclub singing?
No, I started singing a little after that when I found out that I didn't like to work.
Oh, that's back when you were, what were you doing, packing carrots?
I did everything, Ralph. We don't have time, I know, on your show to tell you everything. The last job I had was as a truck driver. I held that job for 30 days. The only reason I held it 30 days is because the guy wouldn't pay me. 30 days I worked.
What kinds of jobs did you have down there?
I was an electrician's helper, a mechanic's helper. I drove a brick truck. I was a carpenter. I worked on a well drilling rig. And I was an iceman, I was a milkman, and that wasn't too bad.
What are you trying to say, Marty?
The iceman always has his pick.
Well, my pick right now is Jody Miller, and I hope you will agree with that.
Absolutely, you have a fine pick there.
And she's on our show, guesting from the great state of Oklahoma. Ladies and gentlemen, here she is, Miss Jody.
I'd spend another sleepless night alone, and I just can't help but wonder where you go those nights you don't come home. Well, maybe I'm a fool to go on loving you, but the day may come when you need me as much as I need you. That's why I'm reaching out to hold you in the middle of the night, whispering your name when you're not there. touch you in the middle of a dream. Maybe I'm a fool, but I still care. When the world comes tumbling down on me, I need to have you standing by my side. I don't mean to tie you down, but man, don't you know a woman's got her pride. And maybe I'm a fool to go on loving you, but the day may come when you need me as much as I need you. That's why I'm reaching out to hold you in the middle of the night, whispering your name when you're not there. That's why I'm reaching out to touch you in the middle of a dream. Maybe I'm a fool, but I still care. That's why I'm reaching out to hold you in the middle of the night, whispering your name when you're not there. That's why I'm reaching out to touch you in the middle of a dream. Maybe I'm a fool, but I still care. Oh, maybe I'm a fool, but I still care.
I think without question, one of the finest singers I've ever heard.
Oh.
Jody, you're super.
Thank you very much, Ralph. That's a great thing for you to say about me.
You are also an authentic cowgirl too, aren't you?
Well, I raise racehorses. That's not a cow.
Well, all right, okay. But you do rope and ride and all that sort of thing.
I don't rope.
You don't?
Well, not cows anyway.
What do you rope?
I don't rope, Ralph.
I know you came into our show from Ruidoso, New Mexico,
That's
where
right.
you have a horse ranch.
Right, we race horses there every summer.
But they're the quarter horses, aren't they?
Quarter horses, yeah.
So do you actually race the horses?
Oh no, I just watch them. Try to say, come on in, you know, that stuff.
Oh, come on in here.
Come on in.
Well, we're happy to have you back in
Well,
Nashville.
I'm right happy to be on your show.
Now, we're going to ease over here for another Marty Robbins song. Will that be all right with you?
I love it.
And he's going to take us back a few years to a time when a lot of people held hands to this old song.
Thank you very much, Ralph. I saw the harbor lights. They only told me we were parting. The same old harbor lights that once brought you to me. I watched the harbor lights. How could I help if tears were falling? Some other harbor light will steal your love from me. I long to hold you close and kiss you just once more. But you were on the ship and I was on the shore. Now I'll know lonely nights, for all the while my heart is whispering some other harbor lights will steal your love from me. I long to hold you close and kiss you just once more. But you were on the ship and I is on the shore. Now I'll know lonely nights, for all the while my heart is whispering some other harbor lights will steal your love from me.
This week on Pop Goes the Country, we have an unusual story to tell, and the young lady standing next to me should look very familiar to you because she's a star of another television show called The Brady Bunch, and her name is Geri Reischi. And Geri, we welcome you to our show.
Thank you very much.
Geri, is it true that you want to give up all of that Hollywood-type television to come to Nashville to be a country music star?
You better believe it. Yes, sir.
How long have you had this wish?
Well, since I was 13.
And that's only 4 years ago.
Right.
I mean, you're an old lady of 17 now.
Real old, yes.
Now, I understand you've had some previous experience, as evidenced by a picture we have here.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell us what the picture's all about?
Okay, this was my band that I had for 2.5 years. It's called the Sand Dabs, and as you can see, it says Nashville or Bust. So I'm finally here, so that sign is no longer right.
I understand that the band broke up.
That's true.
But you're in Nashville looking for the big break.
Right.
How many people have told you you look remarkably like Lynn Anderson?
Quite a few.
I saw her guesting on your show,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to work with her, didn't you?
Yes.
She your idol?
Oh, definitely.
Like her songs?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'd like to give you a big Nashville send-off, so if you'll step right down there and sing, we'd like to take a listen to Geri Reischi. Let's give her a big send-off, folks.
In the corner of the bar there stands a jukebox with the best of country music, old and new. You can hear your 5 selections for a quarter, and somebody else's songs when yours are through. I got good Kentucky whiskey on the counter, and my friends around to help me ease the pain. To some button-pushing cowboy plays that love song, and here I am just missing you again. Please, mister, please, don't play B-17. It was a song, it was his song, but it's over. Please, mister, please, if you know what I mean, I don't ever want to hear that song again. If I had a dime for every time I held you, though you're far away, you've been so close to me. I could swear I'd be the richest girl in Nashville, maybe even in the state of Tennessee. But I guess I better get myself together, 'cause when you left, you didn't leave too much behind. Just a note that said I'm sorry by your picture, and a song that's weighing heavy on my mind. Please, mister, please, don't play B-17. It was a song, it was his song, but it's over. After all my good intentions, after all the times I mentioned that I didn't want to see you anymore, well, I never should say never, 'cause here we are together, and it's better than it ever was before. You know every step to take to make me want you again. You know every twist and turn to find your way back in. You know just the words to say to make that same old feeling start. Yes, you still know the way to my heart. I thought I could refuse you. I tried so hard to lose you that I thought I'd never see you anymore. There's no way I can mislead you. You know how much I need you. You hold the key and you've unlocked the door. You know every step to take to make me want you again. You know every twist and turn to find your way back in. You know just the words to say to make that same old feeling start. Yes, you still know the way to my heart. You still know the way to my heart.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you very much, Jody. That was very pretty. That was Jody Miller.
I refuse to sing.
Why?
She sings too good.
Well, you've got to follow some act.
Well, let me follow you.
That would be too easy. This piano has very special significance. I mentioned earlier in the show that Marty Robbins has a new television show of his own, and it is being seen nationwide this season, and this little piano is the star of the show,
This is the little jewel.
and you can play checkers on it or anything.
Yes.
I thought we would borrow your piano from your show and have you do a little work on it, okay?
Well, I don't play well, Ralph, but the piano is so beautiful that it really doesn't make any difference. People look over the fact that I don't play well.
That's right.
You know?
I've done that for years.
Oh, I see. Well,
Why don't you sing some of the... we established earlier that you were singing old songs on the show, so why don't we do a few more old
oh,
songs?
yes, because I was just a wee babe when this song was popular.
All right, wee babe.
You can't be true, dear. There's nothing more to say. I trusted you, dear, hoping we'd find a way. Your kisses tell me that you and I are through, but I'll keep loving you, although you can't be true. Clouds hide the sun in the sky that was blue. said farewell to the joy that we knew. Love to be real is the love to be shared. But I know that you never cared.
All right, wait a minute now. Why don't you tell us about your new show? What do you do on your show each week?
Well, you know, a lot of people have asked me that, even the producer.
Oh?
Yes, asked what I'm doing. No. On the show, it's called the Marty Robbins Spotlight, and each week we spotlight a different guest. And well, I'll just say, for instance, Brenda Lee. She comes on, you know, and she does 4 or 5 songs. A child is crying, and she does 4 or 5 songs. I do a couple of songs, and then they show pictures of Brenda Lee when she was 9 or 10 years old, you know, and I think Sonny James is also on that show, and Mel Tillis.
All right, so you spotlight a different performer.
That's
each week.
right, each week, and we get to do a lot of music and very little talking. So it's really a fast show, and I think that it's the kind of show that people will like. At least I hope they will.
We were going to have you do 3 or 4 songs here, but they tell me we're about out of time here.
Oh, no, I'm going to keep on doing them.
Well, you can keep on doing it, but we're going to have a commercial. Why don't you play us right into the commercial?
There's a tree in the meadow.
We'll be right back in a moment. We have to leave you, my friends. I want to thank Miss Jan Brady, alias Geri Rochelle. And she came our way from the Brady television show this week, and we're happy to have her with us. Jody Miller from Oklahoma. Jody, thank you so much. And Marty Robbins, and that takes care of it, old Golden Throat. You're going to sing a little bit here as we leave
We're
this
all
week.
going to sing.
Oh,
Here we
all
go.
going to sing. We'll see you next week on Pop Goes the Country.
I was born here in Georgia. Hit my dad in the Macon jail. He said, son, if you keep your hands full, you might hear those bloodhounds on the trail.